Good morning. Today is the 5th of June, 2024. The time is 2:52 in the morning, and I'm making this video because I was just awakened with this energy severely going in my body. Um, right now I am in pain, extreme pain in my stomach, and I want to show just how these people have been attacking my body. This is what they've been doing to me. Excuse the belts. But this is how much, this hot energy they've been, air, whatever it is, they've been putting in my body while I was asleep. I don't know exactly what time it was that I first um, um, went to bed. I think it was maybe about 12 or something, maybe 11 something. But I'm hurting right here on the top of my stomach. This is what these people have been doing to me since we've been in this house. 2.5 years. This stuff is coming out from up under the house. No matter where I'm sitting, no matter where I'm sitting in this house, if I move this chair in the living room, there's something up under this house because I can hear it when it's dragging up under this wood, and it goes in the living room too because someone is operating it. This is not a demon that spiritual people keep saying. This is someone who has demons, who is demonized. Because you would have to be demonized in order to be doing this to people. And the sheriff department is the main demonized people because they the one that's got these people doing it. Everywhere we move, someone in the sheriff department begin to visit the people in the neighborhood, and they start having the neighborhood watch meetings and turn the whole entire neighborhood against us, telling all sorts of lies. They've created some kind of sex movie because I've never, not ever, did a sex movie. But they have something that they saying is me. I've never did no sex movie. I never will do a sex movie. Not willingly anyway. Only way I do it is that they got my brain hiked. Like they have had my brain hiked. Probably still do because that's how they keep putting me to sleep. Um, I used to have terrible dreams. I mean, severe, pure demonic dreams, and just it just was, just I knew that wasn't me. I don't have those type of dreams naturally, and things that I had do. I did do something that I knew I wouldn't have known. I wouldn't. There's no way I would have done it. Not no sex movie, and God told me to treat it like it's a demon. And I did. I came against it like a demon, but I did feel something leave me. But I started sleeping with aluminum. This girl told me to make me a hat, take it around 16 times, and wear it with aluminum, thick aluminum foil, and I did. The bad dream stopped. All the stuff that going on is stopped. But I stopped wearing aluminum foil because it was cutting in my hairline up here. And I had stopped having a dream, so I didn't think I needed it anymore. But I may still need to start back wearing it because of these people. I could tell they be messing with my brain while I'm asleep because the electrical be on my chair and on my pillow. It's on everything in this house. It probably our food too. Every single thing that's in this house. And right now I'm burning in my neck. And I could tell I've been severely under when my skin hangs. Because I got a video that I did yesterday. I just didn't post it. But if you look at it, you'll see my neck not looking like this here. It takes a lot of work for me to get my neck tightened back up. I actually have about maybe 2 videos that I talked on. Sometimes I don't always post my videos, but I'll keep them. So if we could ever go to court, I got my videos, you know, um, that I could just hand over for evidence of what I'm going through. And I mean, this is just craziness and meanness, pure hatred. And I don't even know who was doing this to me. But they would have to have pure hatred for me or for humankind. You know, I know people desperate for money, but I am too. And you people not that desperate because the people that's gang stalking me, they give them somewhere to live. They give them a place to live until their time is up, and then by that time they done made enough money to move on and go get them something or be able to do something. But look in that corner over there, just that quick, it changed. When I said look at that corner over there, I saw a change in it, but it's back like it was now. But you can see all that movement. It looked like it's yellow and white over there. It looked yellow and white. It's that's the way it looked to me. But I see that I'm submerged in this energy. I can see the energy on my face. But when I woke up, I could just feel it rushing in my body. And I think it'd be different people uh, operating whatever this is because it don't always be rushing up in my body. A lot of time when I do things to help myself, like I just made me some juice because this man was saying the greenery, make a juice out of greenery, it helps push the metals out of your body because he said what they're going to do as they're going up with these G's, whenever that day come, what they plan to do to us is do us like a microwave. When you got aluminum foil inside a microwave, that's the example that he gave. That they're already planning to do this to us. He said he don't know when, but he know it's going to be done. That we need to get these metals out of our bodies. So I brought me a bunch of greenery. I brought some kale. I brought celery. I brought parsley, cilantro. I brought green apple, and I brought a pineapple for the taste. But when I was making the juice, I went in the refrigerator to get the greeneries out, and I saw carrots and I saw beets and ginger, and so I put that in it too. So the beets caused it to turn red, but I still had all the greenery stuff in it, but it wasn't green; it was just red. But I think it still work because all the greenery I put in it. But I got to make me some more tomorrow because I drunk that what I had. And they just been severely attacking me. Every time they see me do anything, like if I buy some vitamins and start taking the vitamins, or if I do some workout on my total gym, do anything to help myself, they attack me really bad. Like they punishing me for doing something to help myself. I can see this energy all on me up here. Well, they're aging me. They're putting it's not a weight because they had put the weight on me a while ago. Now I'm just um, expanding. I guess you could say because I'm growing this way and that way. Cause you see my stomach. Well, my butt is doing the same thing. My hips. I wouldn't be this big. I wouldn't look like this. My face. They've changed the shape of my face, my thighs, everything, my whole body. And my whole body on the inside shakes. All the way down in my legs, I can feel my legs shaking. And right now, if you can see, normally when I'm doing my video, my voice will start getting louder because as I'm talking, I'm getting upset because of these people doing this. But right now, I can't. It's like uh, it's holding me right here. Um, that's where I was last night too. Um, um, but I'm not gonna let these people stop me. I'm trying to help myself. You know, because they are a bunch of cowards. They are the cowards, not me. They pure demonic and evil and wicked. The ones who are not human and the ones who are human. These people that's in this neighborhood, they probably never been in trouble in all their life. But they greed of money. They greed will cause them to do this. Because they will cause them to commit murder. Because if I die and my sister died in this house, we were murdered. Because ever since we've been in this house 2.5 years, November will be, it's October or November will be 3 years that we've been in this house. And we've been under attack since we've been here. We was under attack in the house that we was in before here in Glen Riley Drive. They had that, there was a different sheriff. He was either, he looked like he was either Cuban or some form of Spanish. I saw him gang stalking me. At the time, I didn't know he was gang stalking me. When I saw him standing in front of the grocery store, I think that it's right off of Morganton and I almost said it, Bronco. I think it's Bronco. Choice is it Choice Foods? There's a lot of foreign people shop there because that's what type of food they sell there. Well, he was standing outside when I went to the grocery store because I used to get my gingers and my turmerics from there and my spices. And so he was just standing there. I didn't know why at the time. And I said hi. I spoke to him and I went on in the store. And I guess either she's a manager or she's the owner. Every time I go in that store and I go to the register, she walk up to the register and just stand there and stare at me. I didn't know what was going on. And so this time he came in the store, and I hear him tell her not to stare at me, something about me suing. So he goes into the little room, and the room is glass, got a glass facing of it, but he just stood in the little room and he watched me. It made me feel uncomfortable, so I don't think I ever went back. If I ever went back, it was only one time. I quit going to that store because I didn't appreciate them watching me like that. Because one thing, I got my money. I don't steal. I don't have I don't have a need to steal anything. And you watching me coming up to the register when I come up to the register, just standing there looking at me. And it pissed me off for one thing because I'm not stealing. I got my money with me. So I didn't go back. And so um, that same sheriff, I saw him leaving the house that was in front of us on Glen Riley Drive. There was this man, he had two black cars. And that sheriff went to that house that was in front of us, and he was leaving. I do have it on picture. I took a picture of the sheriff leaving. I took a picture of his car, sheriff car. And then there was another sheriff, um, when we lived on Acorn Ridge. We lived off of Archer Drive. And the sheriff, this was a different sheriff. He actually came to the house looking for a guy that had just moved in beside us. Him and his, I don't know if that was his wife or just his girlfriend, but they had a little girl, little child. And so this sheriff came to the house looking for the guy, but I didn't know him, you know. I had never talked to him or anything, but they moved out soon as they came. They moved back out. When we moved to that house, nobody lived in that house. And so I don't know, we stayed there maybe a year, I think a year. And the guy was cutting symbols in the cement. So I didn't feel safe. And so I had called, no, I didn't call, I wrote to the mayor, I wrote to the chief of police, the sheriff department, the chief of the sheriff department, and I wrote to different politicians, and I wrote to the church. Well, when I wrote to the sheriff department, there was a sheriff began to ride by the house, and he would always be looking over. I don't know if he was white or what he was. I know he had a mustache. I remember that. And he would be looking over at the house. But it was when I wrote to the churches. When all those cars began to ride by. That's when the riding by the house started, when I wrote to the churches. And so we were moving by that time. So we moved, that's when all the cars followed us to where we moved to. And we've been dealing with that ever since I wrote to the churches. So the church is heavily involved in gang stalking. The churches is heavily involved in the antichrist system because these pastors has sold the church out to Satan because of tithes. They don't want to pay taxes on the money that they uh, gather every Sunday. So to keep from paying taxes, the government, which is owned by Satan, owns the churches. They're heavily involved. And they becoming gang stalker thinking somebody gonna let them in. Those are the Jehovah Witnesses. But I've heard them talking. and one stayed right beside us, and I saw him pointing his phone at me because they some kind of frequency comes out of your cell phone. They can attack you with the cell phones. Cause he attacked me twice, and I had other people attacking me with their cell phone. We've been up here 8 years. I've only been to the mall one time, shopping inside the mall. I went to the, I think it was Belts one time. So it's been twice that I actually went to the mall, but it's been only once that I actually went inside the mall other than Belts. And Belts only went in there one time. But the people was following me everywhere I went. There they go. Guys and uh, just people. And I could tell that these people were gang stalkers. I could tell they was. Like the whole mall was gang stalkers. And I had no plans to even go there. My grandson and his girlfriend asked me to ride with them. But everybody that was in the mall was, I could tell, most of the people, if not all of them, were gang stalkers. But at night, I was in so much pain. I was just in so much pain from all these people attacking me with the frequencies from their cell phone. So that's why I don't go nowhere. Because everywhere I go, they allow, they start sending out texts to let the people know where I am, and here they come. I mean, no matter where I am, even at the doctor. So I just don't. The doctors are involved in this too. I am just in pain right now, and there's something right here in the top of my stomach, like it's holding my voice where I can't get no louder than this. And I drank some tea, which you had me going to the bathroom, but they don't fill me back up. That's why I can't lose, just get my body to look right the way it's supposed to. Because as soon as I do anything to help me, my stomach to go down and stuff, they just fill me right back up. This every night and day. Because if I could just anywhere I sit down, this stuff it just don't be rushing. It goes in me mildly, but I can still feel it because it's hot, you know. And so I get up and I move, but it come there too. It's hot. I know when it comes because it's hot. Today I was sitting right here, and this side of my face just got extremely hot, especially my ears. They keep attacking my ears. It got extremely hot where I had to move. Right now I can feel it going in my feet, and my mouth and stuff is just dry. My sister's mouth be so dry too that it looked like her mouth is just something just caked over her mouth, but it be her lips just that dry because they be attacking her in her sleep also. But right now my mouth is extremely dry. I'm gonna have to go get me something to drink, and I have to oil her lips. And before she went to bed, or before I went to bed rather, I gave her water and I put oil on her lips. But in the morning, her lips gonna be looking like that. My mouth is extremely dry right now. And a lot of time I don't post a lot of these videos. Um, but I'm hearing that sizzling sound because I had to cut the CD out so I can talk. But if I don't play the CD, I hear this sound. Um, the sound is what causes. That's what I read. that the sound is what caused the brain to shrink. And see, that's what my sister, she been diagnosed with Alzheimer's, but she had brain shrinkage because this stuff that they putting in the doctors. We trust in doctors because doctors said we needed this procedure. But he knowing that we being attacked with direct energy weapons, and we not knowing that we being attacked with direct. All we know is that we having some type of problem with our bodies. And so they'll tell us that we need this procedure so they can go in and see what's going on. But they implant us. They implant. I know there's something in this eye here. Um, there's something in the back of my brain right here. But I have had the meters that I can uh, put the thing to my temple, and it'll go all the way off, showing that there's some uh, implant. I put it on my both my eyes. It goes off. By my heart, it goes off. They're just different places. It will go completely to the side. When it goes complete over to the side, they're showing there's some type of implant up under my stomach where I had surgery. It will go off there too. So I think that's why they can send this stuff inside my private areas, because it's going to where the implants are at. They attacks my heart because there's an implant by my heart. Because I had a procedure in 2013. So I had something between 2012 and 2013. I had two procedures done. One to look in my rectum because I was having problem with my stomach shaking, and it was swelling. It had started. That's when it started swelling. So I went to this Dr. Allen in Lumberton, North Carolina, and he said he needed to go in and see what was going on because I was having problems going and falling asleep because my stomach would just be shaking on the inside. But someone was attacking me. We lived in front of witches, right? Our back door was facing their front door. And I think there was a lot of people that was practicing witchcraft in the area. There's a lot of people, even in the church. They sit up in the church. These people so bold, they be in the church, witches. I'm telling you what I have experienced. They calling themselves prophets, ministers, apostles, and they witches. I'm telling you what I have experienced with these people. That's why I stopped going to the churches, because it's not safe. I was attacked at more than one church. People coming against me. And I'm not knowing these people's witches. And they laying hands and doing stuff to me. Um, so I started going to church online. There they go, online too. At the same place I'm going to church, they going to. Men, black men. I'm not talking about no other race, but this race that I'm in. Men, supposed to be men. Military. These men was military. And then they telling people all sorts of things, calling me a witch and just saying all sorts of things about me. And at first I didn't understand what's going on, but then I started doing research because I knew something wasn't right. And I came across this pastor named Pastor Mona. She was teaching the Bible online. So the other day I went looking for her because I don't see her videos. So I went looking for her. The last video that I've seen was a year ago. She don't even teach no more, I don't think. But I'm going to text her, because we texted each other. She still send me information. When she get information, she'll send it to my phone. So I am going to text her to see if she's still teaching because I didn't see any videos from a year ago. But she's going through the same thing that I'm going through. And she's not a single woman. She's a married woman having to lay beside her husband. And these people sending this hot energy in her body. The same thing, she even said the witches was in front of her house doing incantations. And then some of her family members began to die. I had another lady tell me they did her like that too. Well, they ride by here and go down to the end and go to somewhere to the right there somewhere. And that's where they be at until in the morning. Doing their evil. But I pray God sends a storm down there. Mm. That's how they always do. Y'all have to excuse me. It feel like something be crawling in my nose. Like somebody be doing that crap because they know that's something that they do, the game stoppers do. They'll touch their nose or do something like that. That the guy that I used to date some years ago, that's what he would do. Do the high like Hitler. They'd be doing like Hitler because he would take me places and people just rush out the door and he'll say hi like that. And I'm saying that ain't natural. But he was setting me up for these people that can't stop me. Hmm. And so the last time I heard from him, he told me he's on his way, and I said, "Well, I'm not going nowhere." So I never see him no more or hear from him since. Because he realized I'm for sure that you are a gangster. Because I kept asking him, "Are you gangster?" This is how he started coming back around because I had met him a year before, and we used to go ride and hang out. And he was nice. He was just real nice and never tried nothing with me or anything. That's why I trusted him. Because he never tried nothing. We just ride and hang out. And he got mad with me. And he stopped coming. So after I found out I was being gang stalked, I started going back in my head. And things started standing out to me. So I texted him and asked him, was he gang stalking me? And I might have called him. I don't know if I can't remember if I called or texted him. But I remember him asking me. He said no, he wouldn't do that to me, but he's a liar. But he asked me could he buy some of my soap, and I told him yeah, he can buy some. Then when we stayed at the other house, and I met him when we stayed at the first house, but we had moved to the second house, and that's when he came to that house. But he never been to this. Well, I can't say he never been here because he might be gang stalking me here too. I don't know. Because when we first moved here, there was a man parked out there, and he just sat out there in a black car. And I knew he had a black car and he had a white car. I know they both might have been Mercedes because I don't know much about cars. My daughter said he had a Mercedes, but I know the white car was a Mercedes, that was the new car. What my daughter was saying, not my daughter, my granddaughter was saying that a Mercedes Benz, that the black car, the older car. But I never paid much attention because I don't care about stuff like that. It's not important to me. A lot of people they watch stuff, but I don't get into material stuff. You know, I like pretty things, but I don't care about it being real expensive. Or long as it's got good quality. But I've never owned a car, so I don't get into stuff like that. I do know a station wagon, Volkswagen. I know Jaguar. I always liked the Jaguar, but I rode in Jaguar before. That's a terrible ride. I mean, like after that, after I rode in two, I said, "Oh no, I don't want no Jaguar." I said, because I always said I would like to, if before I die, I would like to own a Jaguar, but I changed my mind after riding them. Mm, I didn't want no Jaguar after that, but they got new Jags now. That's built up different. Look like there's a beehive or something. I'm gonna have to go out there and spray. And here no walls is building no walls nest up there. That's why the waltzes be in the house. Cause I done killed two waltzes in here. And I've been trying to figure out how these waltzes keep getting in here because they right there back not far from the door. But anyway, what time is it? 3:27. I've been talking for a while now. Oh Lord. I'm gonna get off of here. Go find me something to drink because I am really thirsty. Um, so I'm just gonna say good night and God bless you. Today is Wednesday, and I'm just gonna go get me something to drink.